If you've ever had the thought, I think I need a virtual assistant, but you're not ready to pull the trigger, this video is for you. Because the mistake that most people make isn't that they're hiring too soon, it's actually that they're waiting too long to hire. They wait till they're so overwhelmed that when it actually comes to training said person, you're so busy that you don't have time to train. And so this person just ends up sitting around until you eventually get rid of them because you don't think your load is actually decreasing. Okay, so what are the signs that you are actually ready to hire a virtual assistant? The first sign that you probably need to hire a VA is that you are the bottleneck in your own business. Now, I know that I'm guilty of this as well as many other founders, but if everything has to go through you or requires your approval, or if stuff doesn't get done unless you're the one driving the action, it's likely that you need to bring on additional help. What a virtual assistant can do is not only streamline some of these processes, but also act as a key decision maker. That way, instead of having to push everything back up to you to get approval, your virtual assistant is going to be able to go through some of these lower level tasks and push the ball forward. Sign 2 is that you're doing low level or repeatable tasks. And usually that means you want to tear your hair out. I know as a business owner, this is definitely true for me as well as other folks. If you're doing the same task over and over again, you start to get incredibly bored. Because if you're a founder, if you went out, you started your own business, you have a certain personality type. It's just a fact. And that personality type probably doesn't do super well with repetition. You're the visionary, you're the founder, you have these ideas. That's why you need to bring somebody on who actually likes doing repetitive tasks. So once a task becomes the bane of your existence, make sure you can create a standard operating procedure for it, write out exactly how you do it, create a Loom video. There's so many ways to train somebody, and then hire someone to do that task for you. Sign 3, things are falling through the cracks. Or you catch yourself saying, did we do that? Did we miss that? Oh, what about that? I swear, even for me, this is something I still struggle with, especially when it comes to sales. I will forget to send follow-ups. I will absolutely forget to move the ball forward. I'll forget to finish up on that request that a client sent me. If you have a virtual assistant who's able to help you out, it's absolutely golden. When my sales assistant, Sophie, came on, it was night and day because now I'm no longer the one doing follow-ups. So if we do get to a point where I need to send an extremely high-level follow-up to a client, we have Sophie doing the normal follow-ups, and then I'm able to come in at the last minute because it provides some diversity within the follow-ups, and because my response is seen as a little bit different or out of the norm, that will actually trigger a lot of our clients to complete whatever we're asking for. But you cannot be the one that's doing the day-to-day follow-ups, or else they're going to start to ignore you. Sign number 4 is that you are avoiding growth. I see this a lot with financial services. And a lot of the examples I know I've been using, one of my personal examples, but I know for me, that's absolutely not the case. We love growth at all cost. But I've noticed a lot of financial services or a lot of consultants will fall into this category where they don't want to take on new clients. They're saying no to new projects. They actually will stop their ads or stop their outreach or stop going to networking events because they just want time to deliver on their current projects. If you're in that space, instead of stopping what you're doing, start hiring somebody who can repeat some of those tasks for you and take a big portion of your day-to-day off your plate. That'll free up some extra hours that you will be able to invest into new projects. CFOs, fractional CFOs, consultants, anybody in operations, this is you. Hiring a virtual assistant used to be a luxury. It used to be something that only the highest level executives could afford. But now, if you don't have outside help, you are going to fall behind as a business. And that's why I recommend hiring in Latin America, because that's going to be the closest that you can get to hiring somebody that feels like a US-based employee, but instead they're going to be working in Argentina, Colombia, Honduras, or wherever you'd like to hire. And instead of charging sometimes $100,000 a year like a US employee would be, In Latin America, you can find rates that are still affordable for your business while at the same time getting talent that is top tier and very close to what you'd be getting in the United States. If any of this resonates or if you're burnt out, talk to me. We are able to find some really fantastic assistants in Latin America. I talk to a lot of founders who have had trouble hiring in the past. That typically means that maybe they've hired in another region or they've hired somebody locally and they haven't worked out. We're able to find that puzzle piece for you, that person that's going to be your right-hand man, the person that's going to help you drive action along without it feeling like a task or without you feeling like you have to find things for them to do or you have to create more work for yourself because it's just faster if you do it yourself. We will find the person that will actually give you time back.